roti prata. A dish of Indian origin that is commonly also found in Southeast Asia as well, and is also one of the common breakfasts in Singapore. The funny thing about this Indian dish is that one of the way to make a good prata is by the flipping effect. It is not like any other fat bread where they kind of like roll it out. One of the way to make a good prata is actually by flipping it and slapping it on the desk while stretching it. And by then it's kind of like sometimes you have to flip it and flip it and flip it, and then you fold it back again, and then you call it cook it on the grill or cook it on the pan, whichever you have, and then serve it with curry. Now, the funny thing about the flipping effect of the prata is actually a common slang in Singapore, where there is a Singlish idiom called flip prata. And the meaning of flipping prata is actually to mean that someone bapping out on their words or even statement that is kind of like derived from its origin meaning. And why is that important for today's random chat? Is that it actually kind of like showcase what Mutahar, who is known for Some Ordinary Gamers, did. And yeah, it seems like he flipped prata a lot of times. Hello there, how's it? Ame Gakita there. So obviously today in random chat we are going to talk about Mutahar-san, not roti prata, even though it's an Indian dish and obviously I intended to do it that way. But the thing is, right, well, as much as I love roti prata, the thing is, right, it kind of like we have to highlight about what Mutahar-san did. Now, it kind of like go back to the video that was uploaded somewhere in early December, where he kind of like did a video called Post-Nut Karate, where he kind of like showcased about his against CP, against PDF, and he say that anime is about CP, Loli or whatever along the line, and he kind of like throw Nux Taku under the bus. Well, as much as I hate Not himself, doesn't mean I agree with Mr. Hassan on that thing. And more so that he actually got called out a lot, with a lot of people disliking that video, people calling him out for his hypocrisies, people kind of like going as far as attacking him. Now, while he did take down that video, what stay in the internet, and you can't really like blame him for that or anyone for it as well. Because the thing is, right, later on when that video was taken down, he go and DM Nux-san and apologize and befriend him, even though in that video he said that he's going to distance himself from Nux. But it's kind of like fair game, like if I say that if I don't like some people or some of the content creator I interact with, and out of nowhere I don't interact with them anymore because of different in view due to what they did along the line or something that I don't agree with them, I don't go out and attack them, don't go around and indicate what they did or something that is like even an allegation, if there is like, even if people claim that it's receipt for it. So I would just at most just highlight that, hey, I will not use or refer to someone else in my video. That's it. There is no reason to highlight why I do so. I would at most I would just say that due to reason, I talked to someone else and that we come to a mutual agreement that we decided to part way. At least that should be the way to go. But that video kind of like showcased like Mr. Hansen call and throw Nux under the bus, and I kind of like understand that. The reason for that, because the thing is, right, that video was also one of the reasons why I decided to do a video called The Issue on the Word Loli, which again, well, I cannot showcase the number of dislikes because I don't have the ad in, but I can have like in my analysis that showing that there was quite a few dislikes on that video. But I won't go and say that should people go and like the video or not. I mean, like, if people don't agree with my take, I can understand their point of view, because the word loli is really very sensitive. And Mutahar kind of like talk about the word loli in his point of view was the definition of using age. Anyone who is under age of 18 is called loli. So even if the character is like mature or even like tall, he's just using like anyone who is 18 is a loli, and he's using the loli as a word of loli, like the word lolicon itself as something to be a PDF file, which is something that again I mentioned not true, but then again people have a different definition because like I mentioned in that video, the word loli is a very sensitive word because of its origin, and that in current time there is no true definition to the word loli. And inside the mind of Mutahar-san, indicating that he kind of like call out the word, oh, the loli is mean that under 18 is not something whatsoever along the line. And I can't really blame him because he's really having his own definition. Now, that being said, it's really one of the moment that he's kind of like having a bit of hypocrite, because when he actually decided to do that video, it's actually more so that when people kind of like somewhere in November showcase a video of him reacting to hentai that was also by, again, Nux-san. Nux-san kind of like was in order to cater about things, he's like he was well known for into loli itself. He was kind of like in defending Shatman back then. He was also well known for even attacking Tiger, and he's also well known for his drama with Visojo. And he's really kind of like so nostalgic within the VTuber community that I don't like him at all. But then again, I can't really like highlight that I'm gonna just say that people should attack him, or when I hate him, people should hate me as well. If people like him, by all means, I'm not stopping anyone. The thing is, right, Nux really kind of like being well known to be some sort of like two-faced weeaboo or two-faced tourist in my view, is that if Nux-san is really trying to indicate as such, I mean, like, it's fair if people want to highlight that he's as such, but then again, don't attack anyone. Just move on from his life, don't watch his video. I mean, like, even like Mutahar-san kind of understand that he is going to lose out on viewership, which kind of like seems to showcase in his video. Like, he used to get over quite a lot of views, but in recent time, is probably for the next few videos, he's going to take a hit or so, because people is going to hold him in higher standard. Even when he's got like almost 4 million subscriber, people are going to hold him in standard like due to what he did. And in a way, is he being kind of like hypocrite in a way? Probably to some people view, but to me, I can't say that I'm going to defend him or going to say I hate him. Sometimes he do give a very good thing, and that's the reason why sometimes I watch some of his video, and some of my random chat do have his reference. I sometimes use his video as reference, and sometimes when I watch his video, if the video didn't have the things that I want to highlight in my random chat, then I wouldn't use it. I would just watch it and then not talk about it. And the thing is, right, sometimes like his take really kind of like get me scratching my head about why do I think that it can be a questionable take, and does that mean that all his take is bad? Not entirely. Sometimes even a broken clock can be correct twice in a day. Now, the issue on that end is that obviously he did kind of like a random apology within a random video out of nowhere, where he kind of like addressed the issue that he kind of like he hold accountability. He's well aware that people is going to leave his channel, people is not going to watch his channel, and he knew about it, and that he also wished for a second chance. For me, I would say yes, I will give him a second chance, but the thing is, right, I still have to give it a wait and see approach, and based on his latest video. Only his latest video will kind of like highlight, do I think that will I trust him any further based on what kind of video he give out, does he like align with the video I want to talk about. If he doesn't align, and if it's he seems to be showing like no sign of changes, then I think it's fair for me to say that I won't even want to use his video most of the time. That as well on the issue is that he kind of like throw someone under the bus, which is something like considered a huge no-no within the community, and it's really like you have to like apologize for it. While he also kind of like apologize to Nux-san, he should also like have done the issue like I mentioned, is that he should not really like do this in public. If you're gonna distance someone from in your life, obviously you want to highlight that you are not going to refer to someone else. I think that's fair. You don't need to like say why or highlight why. It's like the moment he did that video, it's like a lot of people saying that he's just throwing people on the bus, and again people is going to attack him for it. Obviously it's not going to look good on him, people is not going to like him at all. Well, the funny thing is, right, it also kind of like, in my point of view, in another perspective, is that it's also kind of a highlight that Nux-san is also kind of like a two-faced, some person who is just basically, as I suspected, was just a tourist trying to act like a weeaboo, who is trying to act like a otaku. It doesn't mean that a lot of like Nux-san, who is well known for spreading misinformation at times, is always right. Because Nux-san is also one of the person who kind of like throw Tiger under the bus, or throw like throwing a lot of misinformation about Tiger back then, and obviously not some have to hold accountability for it. But from how I look at it, he doesn't seem to be the case, and obviously there are some people who is holding him for the end. And well, there are some people who going to hold it for him. For me, I'm just going to move on with my life. Not giving them the attention is going to hurt them more than you're going to hit on them and giving them the attention they seek. So in the long run, I think it's fair to don't even interact with them or highlight them in any way. And if people try to highlight why is people hating on them, just say what they did and then just move on. Don't need to just say that you must attack them or hate on them along the line. It's just not right. I mean, like, imagine if you did something wrong and people gonna bite on you and horn on you every single day and to the end of your life. Are you gonna be happy about it? Obviously no. And more so for Nux-san, it's like he really never really changed much because his controversy is after controversy after controversy. For Mutahar-san's situation, the reason why I kind of like use the story of prata, what the slang in Singapore is basically the freaking prata, is that not actually highlight that Mutahar kind of apologized for him, and in a way Mutahar-san kind of like bash and throw Nux under the bus, and then he kind of like flip the prata again and then he's apologized for it, and then he flip again saying he's gonna distance himself from Nux-san, and then he flip and say that he's friend with him along the line. Obviously people are gonna be sick and tired of it. So am I gonna like judge him based on that? I mean, like, the internet are for some reason are a detective because they can find people information. They are like a judge because they can't like give their own justice, saying that people did wrong or whatsoever along the line. And even like people will start attacking like a protest or holding a forked stick and or maybe some sort of weapon and then go after, or maybe a torch and go after someone. It's like, it's insane, internet. If you are listening, chill. Don't give the attention to them. It's gonna attack them and hurt them more than you give them the attention. Now that being said, is Mutahar-san going to change? Only time will tell. But for me, will I use his video or not? I won't highlight some of the time. If I use it because he give a good tip, I will use it. If he doesn't, I won't use it. That's the reason why sometimes I have to like cater a lot of hours to watch a video from many different sources before I decide whether I want to use his video or her video and then use it for my random chat. It's one of the time that you have to understand that random chat always have a moment of different perspective, different point of view, and the reason for that is by watching many different videos. And do I think that Mutahar-san sometimes give a good thing? Yes, absolutely. But it doesn't mean that all his days are genuine, not all his days are good. There are times when I won't even highlight it. That's the way to go. You don't highlight it, you don't think of it, and then you move on. But then again, I'm not gonna tell people like saying like the Nux situation about spreading misinformation, is it a good thing or a bad thing? It is gonna hunt Nux-san for the rest of his life, maybe, who knows. But then again, it is something that we have to like understand that Nux-san himself is well known for spreading misinformation at times. Well, it's something that also again like so-called being anti-Loli, but then again he's also defending someone who is like drawings of CP stuff. Obviously people are going to hold a lot of them in higher standard, but again at the end of the day it depends on how people react to them. And to me, will I like interact with him? I don't even interact with him. I only use his video. And the day if I decided not to highlight his information will be the day I will just kind of like ignore him and just don't give him attention. That's the best way to go, right? So at the end of the day, I still kind of respect Mutahar-san on some of his take, but at this point of time, I think it's best for me to just move on with my life, and I hope that many of you would best to do so. But again, that is my speculative thought, just a random chat. And also at the same time, I kind of hope you guys learn something new about Singapore slang. It's really one of the funny thing where it's something simple, but yet a lot of people tend to forget about the meaning of it. And I think it's really kind of like something that a lot of Western people should start using it, because it's really like seems to showcase that a lot of people in the internet love to flip prata. A lot of people love to bet on their word or coming out with a statement that is just derived from its original meaning. And I hope there is something new for you guys to learn today. On top of something that is something that I also don't wish to address at all. But then again, it's just my speculative thought. It's just a random chat. Whether you agree or disagree, whether you kind of like have your own point of view or whatsoever, write in the comment section below. We can discuss it further. If not, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that sometimes makes sense, doesn't make sense, or random at a time, or even come out with a title like the issue on Loli itself and end up not giving a right answer as well. But the one thing I hope is not random for you guys is have a nice day or night.